Hi, I'm Storm Team 8 meteorologist Erica Groh, continuing to give you updates on this autumn nor'easter, and our radar imagery still shows plenty of snow falling throughout western portions of our state, though it is starting to get a little bit dimmer. The bright white indicating the heaviest snowfall in the very far northwestern corner, but it is starting to get a little dimmer in here through Waterbury, Danbury, Torrington, not seeing as heavy rainfall, and now just very light mixtures of rain and snow falling along the immediate shoreline. And even as you look into Middlesex County, now we're starting to see the pink shading indicating a mixture of rain and snow. And that's what we have in Bridgeport once again along I-95, where it was rain that was falling for about 2 hours. Now we've switched back over to a wintry mix, and that's what we're seeing right now in Norwich through to Colchester. This is all a mixture of wet snowflakes and raindrops, but the rain is not as steady as it had been before. We're just seeing some light raindrops and a few snowflakes mixing in places like Branford and also up toward Middletown. And now along I-91, we're still seeing mostly snow, but there is the possibility that we'll see a little bit of rain mixing in very shortly. Satellite and radar on a looping scale here showing that the rain continues to come up from the relatively warm Long Island Sound, but then it's still mostly around freezing here at the surface in our state, and that's why we're seeing things remain mostly as snow here in Connecticut. Right now it is 31 degrees in Litchfield, so certainly cold enough to support snow there, but it's 34 in Bridgeport and Woodbridge, also 34 in Old Saybrook. So that's where things start to get a little bit dicey as far as whether it'll be rain or snow that falls. And certainly when that snow falls, it falls as a slushy accumulation on the roadways, especially because we haven't had below freezing temperatures really throughout the state yet this year. It's still autumn, so it's rare to see an event like this, and we're going to continue to see the snowfall overnight tonight, and we're going to see those winds pick up as well. So with heavy snow and winds of 50 miles an hour or greater, we'll have blizzard conditions, and one of the criteria for a blizzard is to see visibilities reduced to a quarter mile or less, and we're expecting that to happen overnight tonight. So this rare autumn snowfall will lead to blizzard-like conditions overnight tonight. We'll drop down to 32 degrees along the shoreline and 27 inland, so it'll certainly be cold enough to support more snowfall. And we do think that everyone in the state will see snowfall overnight tonight. So after midnight, the snow continues, and it wraps up right around daybreak for most of us. So this is what we're expecting to have on the ground once all is said and done. 8 to 12 inches throughout much of the state, all of Litchfield County and most of Fairfield and New Haven counties, all of Hartford and Tolland counties picking up on 8 to 12 inches by the time this event is over. And isolated areas will see more than a foot of snow throughout that region. Now, all the areas that are shaded in white are expected to see 4 to 8 inches, so that's most of Windham and New London counties, also a good chunk of Middlesex and New Haven counties, and then also down toward the shoreline of Fairfield County, and then along the immediate shoreline, that's where we're expecting 2 to 4 inches for those communities. Stay with us. We'll continue to give you updates at the top of the hour and then also every half hour here on News 8, and we'll have more for you, of course, after the game as well.